Shalom, everyone. We will begin our service in just a couple of minutes. I am monitoring chat functions on all of our platforms. And so if you are with us on simshalom.com or on Facebook or YouTube, let me know that you are there and that you can see this. And we'll begin in just a minute. Erev Tov, everyone. My name is Rabbi Nancy Tunick, and I'm glad to be back with you on Sim Shalom. Whoops, I'm having a little bit of a delay and an echo. We will be using the Gates of Prayer Siddur for our Mariv service. And there is a copy of that under Rabbi Nancy on Sim Shalom's website. So if you are on Facebook or YouTube, you want to jockey around a couple of windows, you can go to simshalom.com and follow along in the prayer book. And of course, if you are on Sim Shalom's website, you can use the prayer book and also use the chat function. I'll also be monitoring the chat functions on all of the platforms. Shalom, Amy. Shalom, Kingsley. It's so good to see everybody. It's been quite a while, and I hate to come back to you at a time that is in so much uncertainty, but very glad that we can continue to connect in this way. So we will begin our Mariv service. It's the Rabbi Nancy Siddur. We'll be using chat functions for both Misha Berach and for the Mourner's Kaddish, and we will begin. And if you do see readings in italics, it's congregational reading, and if you can read that aloud where you are, if you are following along in the prayer book, that would be terrific. And we also have the cantorial settings for the prayers in the prayer book on Sim Shalom's website. So if you happen to have an instrument or want to sing along, we do have both the lyrics and the chords. And so we will have a musical Mariv service. The greatness of the Eternal One surpasses our understanding, and yet at times we feel God's nearness. Overwhelmed by awe and wonder as we behold the signs of his presence, still we feel within us a kinship with the divine. And so we turn to you, O God, looking at the world about us and inward to the world within us, there to find you and from your presence gain life and strength. Together we say, Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvorach, praise the Lord to whom our praise is due. Baruch Adonai Havarach Leolam Va'ed. Praise be the Lord to whom our praise is due, now and forever. And we sing the Baruch Hu on page 3. Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvarach. Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvarach. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed. Praise be the Lord to whom our praise is due. Praise be the Lord to whom our praise is due. To whom our praise is due, now and forever. We continue with this key prayer in our tradition, a prayer that reminds us that we are all connected as one to each other and to God. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Blessed is God's glorious kingdom forever and ever. And we sing those words that we speak and sing in the evening and on Shabbat, and in the morning we sing Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed, Leolam Vaed. The Lord is our God, and the Lord is one, and God's name will reign for as long as there's a sun in the sky. Adonai, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad. We continue on page 6 for the V'ahavta and the traditional chant, or on page 7 for our transliteration and translation of the V'ahavta. And again, we will be monitoring chats from all locations. Thank you, Rabbi Karen, for helping me log on this evening. Shalom all, shalom John and Roberto. And we continue now on page 7, if you are following along in the Siddur, with the V'ahavta. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol lecha v'chol nafshecha v'chol miodecha. You shall love the Lord with all your mind, with all your strength and all your being. Set these words upon your heart, teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home, speak of them on your way, when you're lying down and when you rise up. Lima'an tizkaru v'asitem erhu mitzotai v'hiyatem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai We continue responsively on page 9. Infinite God, creator and redeemer of all being, you are most high, most near. In all generations we have cried out to you. We have put our trust in you. We have borne witness to your truth before the nations. Oh, now let your light and your truth appear to us and lead us. Let them bring us to your holy mountain. And together we say words that resonate so dramatically in this time. We shall not fear then, though earth itself should shake, though the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters thunder and rage, though the winds lift its waves to the very vault of heaven. We shall not fear, for you are with us. We shall rejoice in your deliverance. Then shall we know you, our Redeemer and our God, and in the shadow of your wings we shall sing with joy. And we sing the Michamocha on page 11, a song of freedom, freedom from slavery taken literally, but also freedom from all that enslaves us. And at this time, many of us are enslaved by anxiety and fear. And so we take a moment to sing of the freedom from fear and anxiety that comes with the assurance of something that transcends our understanding. chamocha? Who is like you, master of wonders? Mi chamocha v'elim Adonai. Mi chamocha nedor b'kodesh. Nora tehilot usefela. Nora tehilot usefela. Malchutecha ra'u v'necha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe. Zeli, Zeli, anu v'yamru. Adonai, imloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai, imloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai, imloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai, imloch le'olam va'ed. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up to find our hearts waiting to do your will. And together we say, Blessed is the Eternal One, Guardian of Israel, whose love gives light to all the world. We turn now to page 13 for the tefillah. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. And together for the avot, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov. Ha'el hagadol hagibor v'hanora el elyon, gomel hasadim tovim v'konei hakol v'zocher chastei avot. Umevi geula livnei v'neihem l'ma'an shemo b'hava. Melech Hoser Mashiach u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, magen Avraham. We turn now to page 16. We sing Atah Kadosh, you are holy, an opportunity for us to speak or sing directly to God. And we sing it together on page 16. Help us see your beauty. It's just beyond our eyes. Help us see your miracles. Help us realize that you are holy. Your name is holy, and we proclaim that you are holy. Your name is holy. Atah Kadosh. Atah Kadosh. V'shimcha Kadosh. V'kiddushim b'chol yom. Hallelujah. Selah. You are holy. Your name is holy. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh Adonai Tzvaot Melech Haaretz Kavodo. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The fullness of the whole earth is his glory. And they respond to your glory with blessing. Baruch Kavod Adonai Mim Komo. Blessed is the glory of God in heaven and on earth. We now take a few moments for a silent meditation. I'm so glad to connect with all of you, Ellen Rose and Simon and John, after having not been here for a number of weeks. And thank you so much for everyone who did sit in for me during services while I was away. We are going to take a few moments now for a silent meditation. And a silent meditation is an opportunity for us to pray in our own words. We share words from our Siddurim that are eloquent and inspiring, but we also have the opportunity to pray to God in our own words, and also the opportunity to just simply quiet our minds, to take a meditation and make it into an opportunity to meditate. And we do that by quieting our minds and listening. We say our most important prayer is Shema, which says, hear, listen. So if we quiet our minds, we have this opportunity possibly to hear that still small voice within. And so we'll pause now. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. We now join our voices in prayer for those who are in need of healing. And we will sing that prayer, a Misha Berach, and we will be singing Debbie Friedman's setting of the Misha Berach, which is a classic setting used in many Reform and Conservative congregations. So if you are following along, I am going to be singing the Misha Berach on page 20 and 21. If you will type in the names of those who are in need of healing, we will read those names aloud in the middle of the Misha Berach, and you can do that on Sim Shalom's website if you are following along with the service on the website. And if you are on the Facebook page or on YouTube, I'm also checking those comments. So we'll first sing on page 20, Misha Berach, and then we'll pause to speak those names aloud. Our sages say that when we join our voices together in prayer, and particularly when we sing those prayers, that they travel that much faster to God's ears. And no better time for a speedy prayer than for those who are in need of healing. Misha Berach Avotenu B'Kol source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing and We, of course, sing a Misha Berach this evening for the world, for a world that is under siege by the coronavirus, and for anyone who is suffering and in need of refuah shlema, our prayer goes out. And also specifically to Amy and to Alan Bennett and to Rabbi Karen and to Nancy Bat Andrea and Christy, Judy Bat Ray, Gil Ben Clara, Eric Ben Maggie, and also to Karen's cats, Sid and Joyce Becker, Rabbi Karen, and also to Miriam and Ronnie, Robin and Maxine, and also to Rabbi Adele and the Vardaman family, Rav Shlomo, and of course everyone who is suffering. We also sing a prayer for Mar Tartak and Zoe Thurston, for Alan, and if there are any other names for Amisha Berach, please type them in now. For Ray Cavadell. So we continue the Misha Berach. Again, we send this prayer, a strong prayer of healing for all of those who are suffering from any illnesses this evening, and particularly for those who are struggling with this virus, but also for all of our daily health challenges. We send out prayers for light and healing and love, and also for those who are caring for or are worried about those close to them who are struggling. This is a particularly meaningful prayer at this time. And so we conclude the Misha Berach at the bottom of page 20 on to page 21 for all those we named and beyond. Misha Berach imotenu kor habracha liavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. And let us say, Amen. And for those we missed, Marissa Cortez and Marlene Bat Chaya and B, also a refuah shlema. And before we continue with the Aleinu and then the Mourner's Kaddish and we conclude our service, though we are all in this together, in Hebrew, when we ask each other, how are you, we say, Ma shalomcha, or Ma shalomech, which directly translates to mean, what peace do you have? Ma shalomcha. And I know it can be hard to find a high level of peace when we are facing both health and financial challenges across the world. And the situation is historic, and our responsibility to ourselves and others as a connected whole is to follow the health recommendations we are receiving, to distance ourselves socially and to focus on our daily hygiene and to wash our hands. But that does not mean that we have to distance ourselves emotionally and spiritually. And of course, we know as a community how equipped we are with a wide range of technology to allow us to connect. And so this situation also does not mean that we have to feel despair. As a matter of fact, we have the opportunity to light a flame and to spread the light by focusing on what we can do while we are in our homes and physically away from our regular routines. We can find new ways to approach work and recreation. Our schedules are slower, and this can allow us time to pursue work and learning and enjoyment that may have previously been on hold. And though work is not typically part of it, this time could be compared to Shabbat, a time to increase our spiritual connection through reading and music and prayer and maybe Netflix. We are an action-oriented people. We are challenged to discover or uncover what it is that we can be doing during this time that brings us joy and can even ultimately allow us to contribute in the future in ways that we may have never previously imagined. Rabbi Zalman once said, "A little bit of light pushes away a lot of darkness. So let's all begin to actively look for the light in our own experience to share. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, for giving us Torah to study and to learn. May our thoughts and our words be acceptable. Amen. And so, in addition to Netflix binging, we have the suggestion from Rabbi Karen of online shopping, and of course, reading Psalms and Pirkei Avot, both which she wanted to read for a long time. An opportunity to write and study and learn, and so also an opportunity to connect to some people maybe we have not been connecting to regularly because of our busy schedules. A time to reach out via telephone, via text, via extensive FaceTime, and for us to continue to connect as we are from all corners of the globe together as one, echad. So we continue on page 22 with the Aleinu. Oh, let us adore the ever-living God. Oh, let us adore the ever-living God and give our praise to Him who brings us the heavens and the earth, whose glory and greatness is seen throughout all the world. He is our Lord. Let us adore Adonai. Let us adore. Be'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, and give our praise to Him who brings us the heavens and the earth, whose glory and greatness is seen throughout all the world. He is our Lord. Let us adore Adonai. Let us adore. For the kingdom is yours, and to all eternity you will reign in glory, as it is written, the Lord will reign forever and ever. V'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. And it has been said, the Lord shall reign over all the earth. On that day, the Lord shall be one, and His name shall be one. We now take a few moments to type in the names of those we are remembering for the mourner's Kaddish. And so if you will type those names in now, we will read them aloud, and you can type them into the chat function on any of the platforms, the website or Facebook or the YouTube page. And so if you will type those names in now, we will read them aloud because our tradition encourages the memory preserved. Our tradition encourages the idea that when we remember those we've lost, they continue to be an active part of our lives. And our challenge and a mitzvot is to, or a mitzvah, is to live our lives as those we've lost live theirs in their finest moments. So when we speak their names aloud, We not only preserve them in our memories, but we bring them into our hearts and we bring them into our lives. And so we remember this evening Sammy, Merv Dickinson, Benny Mayo, Paula, Becky's Uncle Tom, Leslie Martin, Davidson, Joanne Mastro, and Robert Levinson. We also remember Dick Peshkin, Jim Taylor. We remember all those we've lost to the virus and also those we've lost in recent violence, and also those we lost in the Shoah, many who do not have anyone left to remember them. If there are other names for the Mourner's Kaddish, we have Mickey Shugar, the memories of all of them are with us. And if there are any other names that you typed but were not read, please speak them out loud where you are. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we praise God and pray for the coming of his kingdom. We turn to page 25 for the Mourner's Kaddish. Yikada v'yikada shemei rabbah b'yama divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayedecha beit Yisrael v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevarach li'olam olamei al maya Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yiramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha b'irachu le'olam min kol birachata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiram b'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya v'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved, as together we say, amen. And we close with a line from our sages that says, we must pray as if it is all up to God. We must act as if it is all up to us. Thank you so much for joining me. There will be services again tomorrow evening with Rabbi Galit, and then Rabbi Steve will lead a joyful Shabbat service, a Kabbalat Shabbat service. If you happen to want a double dose of service, I'll be leading a Shabbat service following Rabbi Steve's at our synagogue's Facebook page, Florence. It's Temple B'nai Israel in Florence, Alabama. And we will be taking our services online also, as many houses of worship are doing across the country and the world. So Rabbi Steve, again at 7 o'clock Eastern on Friday evening to welcome Shabbat. And we are here with you throughout. The Sim Shalom Facebook page has wonderful inspiration and motivation and news and recipes and photos. And so if you need a daily dose of uplifting inspiration, please stay tuned there. And I will look forward to seeing you next week. And it was so wonderful to be back with you again. Erev Tov, everyone, or Laila Tov, and I will see you soon. Lahit Ra'ot.